This here is the Aquasphere Pursuit wetsuit, which is Aquasphere's entry-level wetsuit. Now, this particular one is the women's version. The men's is exactly the same, except that it's straighter here and it's dark grey in the detailing instead of lilac. So, let's take a closer look at what makes this suit so good. The first feature to note with this wetsuit is the body panel here, going down the tops of the legs. Now it's 5mm thick on this wetsuit, which is important because that'll help to keep you warm, and it'll also help to keep you buoyant so that you're flatter in the water and you experience less drag, which means you can go faster. 5mm is as thick as you're allowed in a wetsuit in any triathlon, so Aquasphere have really taken it to the limit here to make sure you get the most benefit that you can out of the suit. If we look on the arm here, Aquasphere have built in a catch panel here that is designed to help you get a better purchase on the water so you can get a better pull on the water. So as your arm comes in there, it allows you to catch more water and pull more efficiently. They've also built in onto the bottom of the legs these quick release or these quick exit panels. If you have a look there, there's some thicker neoprene here around the main part of the leg and some thinner neoprene here, so that as you try to pull this over your ankle, it stretches and allows you out much more quickly. The most impressive feature on this wetsuit, however, is this bio-stretch zone. Now Aquasphere have brought this into all of their wetsuits, so you'll see their mid-range and their elite level wetsuits have got the same system. And what this does, it goes from one underarm, across the bottom of the back, over to the other one. And it allows the suit to move freely from the body panels. So what that means is as you're swimming, as your stroke's going forward, you're not being held by the base of the suit across your back, you're not being anchored down, and it means that your shoulders can rotate freely and you can get as long a stroke as you want to really get the most out of your swimming. There's also, it's a little difficult to see from there, there's also a neck guard here at the top which helps to prevent chafing across your neck while you're swimming, so that you don't get any rashes or any irritation no matter how long you're swimming for. One of the nice features of a lot of Aquasphere's wetsuits is that they come with a very long leash on them, so that you don't have to reach so far around your back to grab that and pull down on the actual wetsuit to get it off. It's also got a nice little bit of velcro at the bottom there where you can stick the leash to, so you know exactly where it is when you're reaching around to try and pull it off. One thing that's important to keep in mind with this wetsuit is that it is an entry-level wetsuit, and as such Aquasphere have done a few things to it to help keep the cost down. Firstly, across the hips and the tops of the legs at the back here, they've used an open cell neoprene, which is a little bit cheaper than the closed cell stuff you find on the body and on the actual legs themselves. It doesn't detract from the actual experience of swimming in them, but it can potentially create a little bit more drag compared to some of the more expensive wetsuits where this would all be closed cell. The neoprene itself as well, all the way through, is a Yamamoto 38 material, which is not the highest grade swimming neoprene on the market. It's still very good, but that's another area where Aquasphere have tried to keep the costs down. The Aquasphere Pursuit wetsuit is a great wetsuit for anybody looking to make their first efforts into open water triathlon or open water swimming, especially if you feel less confident about it. The bio-stretch zone across the back gives you great freedom of movement, so you don't need to feel like you're fighting against the wetsuit. And the 5mm body panel gives you great buoyancy, which will help to keep you higher in the water, and gives you great warmth, which is especially important around the UK. The forearm catch panels allow you to get a better hold on the water to get better propulsion, and the easy exit ankle cuffs mean that you don't have to fight to get the wetsuit off in transition. And when you add to this the long zipper and neck guard, you can get onto the bike easily, quickly and with more comfort.